Red dots are great for close quarter combat, great for really quick acquisition with your rifle, being able to get close-up shots quickly. But the big downside to your 1X red dot sight is that it's 1X. What you see is what you get. You're not getting any magnification. Now this is just a standard Spark. Of course now they've released the Spark 2, which has some advantages, but Spark 1 is still a great little optic. This is the Vortex VMX 3x magnifier that gives you magnification capability with a standard 1X sight, and then with a push of a button you can pull that out of the way and then just have the 1X. So it's almost the best of both worlds. Now I really like the mounting design with just being able to push and pull with my fingers. It just knocks this right out of the way immediately. That way I'm able to get my 1X right away. And so it's really very convenient and very easy. And too, I can utilize my backup sights. Once I pop this out of the way, bring them up, you're ready to go. So it gives you a lot of options with this kind of setup. It does do 1/3 co-witness with the size here, so if I really wanted to I could bring this on up a little bit, but I really like to be able to get my eye a little bit closer. In fact, there's about a 3 1/4 inch eye relief right here, so it allows you to get up there right next to your charging handle. But really, if you remove this sight, you could really even bring this back a little more, but it's really according to how you like to shoot. I like to shoot with my nose right up to the charging handle, so this really gets it in there, but yet with 3 1/4 inches, that's a pretty decent eye relief. Okay, here's a view of the target on the wall with the red dot and the 3x magnifier. Let's just pull it out of place, and then here we have it 1X magnification. Mounting or dismounting is pretty simple. Right here, of course, use a wrench to tighten this down, but this can be easily removed, and then you can retain your red dot sight, and then it can be added back on. And one of the great things is you don't have to worry about re-zeroing your magnifier. You do need to re-zero your red dot, but this just co-witnesses and sets up with the red dot. So this can be removed and put back on without having to go through all the problems of re-zeroing your rifle. There's a single bar that fits right into the Picatinny rail system, and then of course it just tightens down, and then we have a loose area here to be able to get a really tight fit with the mount. Here with these screws removed, you can actually take this mount and turn it to the other direction, and this really works well if you're a left-handed shooter. Remounting, place, and I really like to get it back there toward the stock as much as possible. And then you're back into operation mode. The lenses are fully multi-coated. They are nitrogen purged, and what that means is it gets all the oxygen out of the sight itself, and that way it can't fog. It's also waterproof, and there are O-rings that seal all the glass points. So then you have a focus ring right here at the back where you can adjust your focus. And then here we have changes in your field of view where the magnification centers. So you can line this up with your red dot, center your focus with these two, and so it brings the magnification either up or down according to how it lines up. Now this doesn't change your point of aim. All it does is moves the magnification somewhat just to allow you to just really tighten in on that red dot. It is a 30mm ring, and it's hard anodized finish, and that's just going to keep it looking great longer. It's 4 3/4 inches in length, and it weighs 11.9 ounces, so just under 12 ounces, and that of course includes the mount. Really, when you're getting out to distance beyond 100 yards, it's really great to have a magnifier, because you really need to be able to focus in on the areas. Your groups start to spread when you get on out there, especially with no magnification. And magnification is really important to really be able to get more precision shots. With a red dot, you can really get out there to about 300 yards and line it up, but the dot compared to what you're aiming at really starts to get big, even if it is a smaller dot, and for whatever optic you use. The Spark is great. There's a Spark 2, the Spitfire, other sights that Vortex offers, but you can also use this with EOTech and Trijicon and different sights that really make this a great option, mainly because the price is so right. On something like this, some of your Aimpoint and EOTech magnifiers are really expensive. No, this isn't going to be your Aimpoint or one of the much higher optics, but it is going to give you, for budget, a really solid optic. To give you a general idea on accuracy, at 50 yards using HPR 55 grain full metal jacket 223. It was shooting about 3 inches low and just about an inch to the right. I've changed my windage. This was the best group of the day. The windage moved over just a little bit, but I hadn't changed the elevation. And then this is just a sampling of the elevation sighted in at 50 yards again. I forgot my target, so I ended up just pulling this out of the trash can, and it was kind of inadequate, but it still worked. On the Vortex website, their manufacturer suggested retail price is $299.99. You can go to Three Rivers Precision, and their price is like $229.95. And then you get a 10% discount, and using Suits 00 Vortex, and that'll give you a 10% discount on this scope. If you really want to go super high quality, yeah, you can go a little above. But for the features and the ruggedness of this scope, and you've seen what can happen to the Spark 2 and that little Spitfire. I mean, I was dropping it on the optics and banging it on the bench, and it was still holding zero perfectly. So a great solid optic for the money. Now, adding the VIP unconditional lifetime warranty that Vortex offers, that's a fantastic way to go, because they do stand behind their products. If you have any problems, no matter what, you send it back to Vortex and they'll replace it. Lifetime guarantee. And I want to thank the guys at Three Rivers Precision for providing the optics for us to do the test and the evaluation on. It's really great when companies see the value of the YouTube gun community. Vortex, you're doing a fantastic job. Three Rivers Precision, thumbs up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Really solid optic, and it also has the hey man, and just remember what Bruce Lee said: fear is for others.